Welcome to the next project that I'll be working on. I'll be implementing a site-to-site VPN between AWS and on-prem infrastructure using FortiGate Firewall. I will also create an FSX for Windows file server, and the on-prem workstations will utilize it as a shared network drive. Let's start. First thing is we need to create a custom VPC. Let's name this as AWS VPC. IPv4 is 10.12.0.0/16. Our on-prem network is 10.11.0.0/24. So make sure that the CIDR or the network block that we will be using on AWS doesn't overlap with our on-prem subnet. We don't need IPv6. Tenancy is default. Create VPC. Once VPC is created, we will create subnet, and we will select this custom VPC subnet. We will name this as public subnet. Availability zone US East 1A, and we will use 10.12.1.0/24. We will create another subnet. We will name this as private subnet. Availability zone is US East 1B. IPv4 is 10.12.2.0/24. Okay, so we created public and private subnet. Next, click on Internet Gateway, create Internet Gateway, name it as AWS-IGW, create it, attach it to the VPC that we created, custom VPC. Next is we will create a customer gateway. We'll name this as on-prem CGW. BGP is default. IP address is the public IP address of the firewall on our on-prem infrastructure. Create customer gateway. Virtual private gateway, create AWS virtual private gateway, create virtual private gateway, and then we will attach it to our custom VPC. Attach. Alright, so it's attaching. Go to route tables. This is the main route table for our custom VPC. We'll just name this as public route table. Then click on routes, add route, internet gateway, save. I also need to create our route for our on-prem network. Virtual private gateway. Click and save. Now we will create a site-to-site VPN. Create VPN connection. We'll name this as AWS-on-prem VPN. Virtual private gateway. Select the gateway that we just created. Customer gateway. that we just created. Routing option, we will use static, and static IP address is the local IP address of your on-prem infrastructure, of the on-prem infrastructure. So stand at 11.12.0/24. Same thing with the local IPv4 network CIDR. And on the remote IPv4, we'll be using the custom VPC subnet 10.12.0.0/16. Create VPN connection. Refresh. While the state is pending, we will click on download configuration. We'll choose the Fortinet software is the latest IKE version 2, and then download. Alright, so we have the configuration notes here. We'll just follow the configuration notes. It's very direct to the point. So I will just move this to another window and let's just follow it. Let's go to our firewall. Go to VPN IPsec tunnel. Create new IPsec tunnel. Custom. Let's name this as on-prem AWS. Static IP address. The IP address is the IP from the configuration nodes. WAN1. Not traversal is disabled. This is our default p-shared key. IKE version 2. Remove this. Change the DH group to 2. Encryption is AES128 and SSH1 for authentication. Key lifetime is 2880. Local address 11.12.0/24. Remote address is standard 12.0.0/16. Encryption is AES128 and SHA1. DH group 2. Auto negotiate and auto keep alive are both enabled. Let's just check if everything is good. Right click OK. We need to go to network interface, WAN1, then our VPN. Follow the instruction from the configuration notes. Ping, click on OK. Go to static routes, create a new static route. This is the route to our AWS network. 0016. Click on OK. Click on policy and objects. Create new. On-prem to AWS. Incoming is our local network. Outgoing is our AWS VPN. Source destination, boot all, service is all, net is off or disabled. Now we right click on it, clone reverse, double click on it. Need to put it as AWS to on-prem. And you just need to enable the policy. Okay, the status is now up. Site-to-site VPN. Tunnel is up. Tunnel 1 is up. I've already created a EC2 instance under the public subnet. So let's just remote into it. Let's just test the connection and make sure that our EC2 instance can reach the local network of our on-prem device. So let's ping the firewall IP address. Let's just grab the private IP of the EC2 instance and ping it from the firewall. Our source is the execute ping. All right. Our site-to-site VPN has been established. Now we need to create the file system for Windows, but I think this video is it's already too long, so I'll be doing it on another video.